Let's go.
Hi, how we doing?
Yeah, just help them out.
See you, Lola. Just see the lady. ¿Me la llamando?
Wanna try some gelato? Right, next time.
Bueno, pero para tomar algo por la noche.
No, vienen solamente familias.
Wow, look how healthy this is.
All right, guys, we're ready.
Hey, love, here's one you can do.
Hey, one for the tall lady and short guy. Over here.
Richard.